All right. Hello, everybody. Ryan here from Precision Trading Labs with your, usually we do call it the market wrap up. We're doing a market overview. We're looking at what happened last week and looking forward to what's going to happen this week. So this, by the time you see this, will be Monday morning, right before the open. So I know usually Mitch is doing this video, but today he was away for the weekend, so he wasn't going to be back in time. So I wanted to make sure I got it out for you, and I'm sure he'll be back to you next week. But for now, let me share my screen. You guys got tossed up there. You know what? Before I do that, get to the fun stuff. Why don't I throw up the disclaimer? Get rid of that. I'll leave this up here for a few seconds, guys. And just to introduce this, I am going to do a full analysis of the SPY and the triple Qs. ETF tomorrow. I'll have a video for you guys on the big name symbols that we always track. And as always, you will go to the description. You'll find all my contact info if you want to have a conversation or so on. But for now, let's jump right into it and take a look at what the SPY did and what's going to do, or hopefully what we think we know is going to do. So you'll see we're pretty, these two lines here, this is a daily chart of the SPY, by the way. I'm going to keep it real tight for a reason. Let me widen it out. And then those two lines are the 15 to 200 day simple moving average. We're pretty stretched above that. So sometimes when that does happen, you'll see where we cross them here, and that's the 50 in the green, and that is the 200 in the purple. We're getting some good distance away from that. So I'm curious to see if we get some snapback effect, heading back down towards the 50. You will see that happen after a little while. I'm going to say this whole area here is kind of like the next demand zone. So we'll see. These little gaps here, I'm not a big fan of things like this, but you'll see we've had some nice corrective action since this last demand zone here. Steady march up, a little bit of volatility. Now for this, we got a little bit of pullback there. I think people are going to start to feel euphoric soon. But that being said, when I go and look at what's up ahead of us, I think there are some things that could start to push the market down. Right in here, I'm going to stick to this daily chart. If I look at it on a weekly, it's going to look a little bit cleaner. Let's go ahead and look at the weekly, and then we'll drop back down. Not the biggest deal, right? All right, so on the weekly, this looks even better, this previous move, right? But what I'm looking at is I'm curious. This is right on top of each other. When I draw a yellow rectangle here, you see price kind of came up and just topped out there. And then you guys see that big drop there? See like all red right there? This being a weekly chart, even if on the daily some juice was taken out of it, would it be shocked if we get a little bit of a move down tomorrow? Or, when the market opens? I do have some concern that maybe like this candle here might have taken some out of it. Sorry, guys, if you hear the sounds of the city in the background. But we're about to hit some good weekly supply. Let's call it that, right? Not something just like, going to tear the market down a little bit, but, going to, hopefully do a little move here. So we'll see. Let's see if it digs into it. This isn't that wide really for a weekly level. It's about $10. So it may take a little while to force down. But that being said, wouldn't be shocked. I guess all it really has to do is hold it down, just to drive people nuts to make mistakes. Don't forget the professionals are out there making decisions on their own. The average retail traders out there, just flying by the seat of its pants, right? What happens? We're about to hit some weekly supply, and I'm curious to see how quickly it starts to move down. So let's go back to the daily. I think I just have to add some more data. Hold on a second, guys. All right. Yeah, one trick with toss. I don't know why they default you down to like the lowest point, but hey, it is what it is. So that's the area there that I'm thinking we may start to see a little bit of a move down. But and then there's daily. There's one there too. Okay, that's far enough away. We'll save that for next week. It's not going to tear through to that, but I don't think it is anyway. But if we could get the move down, we could see a little bit of support inside that red candle there. I'm not willing to call that a demand zone just yet. I could take it apart and start looking at it in like a 195 3-hour chart and see if I find something I like, which I'll do in a second. But I think if price does come down, it might see some little bit of support there. Let's drop down to 195. All right, starting to look like something I want to participate in because there's the 2 candles there like that. A mentor of mine had this saying where he said, "No base, no trade," and I'm a big fan of that. I really adapted that for my students. Let's move that over. Okay. All right. I like this a little cleaner now. So if price does, all right. So I didn't realize we got red on Friday after the close. So this is interesting. Wouldn't be shocked if this, since we're sitting at that daily or weekly supply zone, that we get a little bit of a move down tomorrow, just enough to scare people, and then see if this acts as the support we're going to need. Hopefully slow price stop or slow price down and then reverse it. Let's see how far that goes. I just want to quantify. Potential trade there. Nah, not my favorite. Not my favorite. Okay, it can. Got to take that yellow box away. My students know if they see the yellow box, that means it's a really good trade. If it's blue, I have a little less confidence in it. So. All right, so let's see what happens tomorrow. This doesn't have enough juice behind it in this little move here. All right, that makes me want to jump in and get long there from that 446 area. So, that's a little bit giving me a little bit of pause to get long, but it does give me faith in getting short that this thing could really just roll over and close that gap down here. So, let's go down one more time frame. I'm just curious to see if I see anything else on the 2-hour. All right, there's some lower areas here we could look to get long from. So I won't those. If you guys are in my program, then we'll talk about it on the Tuesday Zoom call. But this isn't too far off. So let's see. I really kind of wonder if the market's going to melt down now on Monday. That's not an excuse to get short or anything like that and just jump in. I'm more of a don't predict, react kind of trader. That's just me. But let's see. That it didn't technically touch that front line, so this little move down isn't a part of that. So we'd be shocked if we get a little move up and then drive price right back down. So 30. We're not gonna do anything on a 5, but I'm just curious to see what the market looks like on the hourly. Yeah, nothing I really want to get into. Nothing horrible or anything like that, but something I'm just curious about. So that's the SPY. I'm sorry if I went through that kind of quickly. I know these videos kind of usually Mitch takes his time going through all the different sectors. It's not something I have time for today, so we'll go through that, and then when Mitch is back, I'm sure. All right, let's take some of this stuff off, guys. Sorry, I have to chart this all the time for my own trading, for students that review some of this stuff when we do sessions. So I've got kind of all this here. So all right, so this is a daily chart of the triple Qs. All right, yep. So a little bit of pop, and then we gave up some of that. Same deal here. We've had it's probably even a little cleaner the move, where the moves down were a little less pronounced. We're also sitting pretty stretched from the 50, and then the 200's way down there. Could be a snapback to fear. Let's see if this is nearing any higher time frame supply here also. So extend to the left. Okay, let's go over here now. I want to see where it's going to hit its head. Wow, this is a lot cleaner. Wow, that's interesting. Okay, so we're not too far. That 382, be mindful of what I just said to that 382.92. And then, let's move this line up. Right here is really where I want to be looking at 387. That is not far at all. Okay, guys, if you're in my program, we will definitely be discussing this on the Tuesday session. See if what else we can do with this, because this is You'll see how price kind of came up, spun around, and then led to that big drop there. That is going to do something. We'll see. Now in the video for you guys that you'll get tomorrow, hopefully there is something corresponds that with like one of the bigger companies, Apple or something like that. So let's see. But I won't get to that today. But you'll see how that little candle, look at the drop, that initial drop, and then look at how far it went. This is triple Qs. 333, that's quite the move right there. So we're not too far from that. You know, a little bit of a move up tomorrow. We're midweek, and we could be in there. So let's see. I'll be talking to my guys about buying some puts there, or depending on different option strategies that my students use. We'll be discussing all of it, but we're not too far from that right now. Let's see if we do get some move down. This little area here is tested already. So that's no longer demand. Not my favorite style there, but these little gaps in here. Notice this looks just like the SPY. You see, like when I go to the 195, I bet that one can too, and starts to look like a cleaner base. I mean, I could rationalize doing something like that. It just doesn't meet one of my criteria. So that's when I throw the lines on here. This is where I'm looking, focus my energy. What it looks the same as the SPY for a potential. If price comes down, it finds support there and then sends it back up. That's the dream scenario because making money long and short. So let's throw some lines on here around this yellow box, and let's see if this qualifies where the other one did not. Okay, hang in there, guys. Wow, that's interesting. The Qs demands, excuse me, this one on the Qs qualifies under my rules, whereas the SPY did not. That's an interesting scenario when that happens. We will see, I guess, when the market opens. But this is going to be an interesting demand zone here on the Qs. And the one on the SPY just didn't meet my criteria. I'm pretty strict on it, guys. If you live off of trading, you will not have more. You will not have less rules as you get better. You actually have more. But this is going to be a really interesting. The Qs chart is a little bit more interesting than the SPY because that was a much cleaner supply zone ahead, and then a much rules-based demand zone just below current price. Ooh, no, that's not what I want to do. Sorry, guys. Let's get back here. All I want to do is write myself some notes here, so when I talk to my guys, my students. Up here. Qualified just means that it meets all my criteria. Okay, so qualified means it's 100%. All right, so I love when this happens. So we got nice supply above and good demand below. Ooh, that's usually some good trading right there. So let's see what happens here. I hope this videos help. As I said, Mitch will probably be back in the saddle next week. So if you miss his stuff on the sector analysis, he does that better than anyone. And also his analysis on the his different look back strategies to see where the market's going is they're bar none. But you're stuck with me today. So if you like this video, please give it a like and a subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you want to know more about how we trade supply and demand levels and how we can get you trading the way some of our students are, by trading weekly to make regular income from trading, just go into the link in the description. My calendar link will be in there. Actually, hang on, I'll show you what it looks like. All right, there we go. Here's some share. And I have a booking page basically for my students. They get access to me regularly. They get a special link where I just approve their session. But if you just click the link in the description, click any of the days that I'm available, you'll see it doesn't go out that far because usually I have stuff going on with my kids and so on and vacations coming up. So click one of the days, you grab a time that works for you. Let's just say like Tuesday. So I'm not available in the morning on Tuesday. Just grab one of these. I have later hours? I don't think so. I go to 5:30. It's not too bad. I don't have morning hours on Tuesday because I've got other things to take care of. But grab a 1 o'clock time, put in your info, answer a couple questions. You'll get an email from me and a text message that'll have a Zoom link in it. You click the Zoom link when you on the time you scheduled, and it'll show up. I'll show you one of my trades, like for my pro that we give out to our students, and I will invite you to potentially join our program if I think we're a good fit, and we'll take it from there. But other than that, guys, I hope this video was helpful. We do have that beautiful Qs chart with it's getting a little bit stretched from the moving averages, where we have pretty good supply above and great demand below. On the SPY, we have good supply and good demand below, not great. So let's see which one works out better, and I will talk to you guys next week. For now, as I said, if you guys would give us a like and a subscribe, it tells the algorithm you like these kind of videos, and it'll make us do a hell of a lot more. And for now, Ryan is out, and enjoy the rest of your day, guys. Take care.